edition foods. So, what does that actually mean? It means I'm going to present Adam with 3 food choices from the holidays, and he's going to make a decision on which to eat, which to toss, and which to carry to the next aid station. So, Adam, thanks for joining me again, buddy. Appreciate you being here. Looks beautiful out there in Crow's Nest Pass.
Yeah, happy Friday, Jason. It is a little windy, but it's beautiful. Can't complain. Been a nice sunny week. Living the dream.
Fantastic. So this is the holiday edition, and it came about because Mary, who goes by the moniker Roddy to the Core, asked me on Threads how the hell I planned on carrying the cherry pie from last week's presentation. And it's been 7 days, and I still don't have an answer. So the holiday edition for you, in which you get to determine which you're going to eat, which you are going to carry, and which you are going to toss, includes from October and Halloween, pumpkin pie. Okay. From Thanksgiving and U.S. Thanksgiving in November, a leftover turkey sandwich with cranberry sauce and stuffing. And from December, around Christmas holidays, a gingerbread house. Which are you going to eat? Which are you going to carry? And which are you going to toss?
Oh boy. Okay, so I'm crushing that sandwich. That part's not hard at all. Like, that thing doesn't stand a chance. That's gonna be so good. Oh man. Yeah, can't carry that. Definitely not pitching that. That I'm gonna enjoy right there. The aid station folks might be like a little disgusted with how I just destroy it, but that's okay. Pumpkin pie or gingerbread. See, I love desserts, but those are probably 2 of my like least favorite holiday desserts. And not that I like don't like them. They're just like, you know what I mean? They're like, meh. So I think I'm going to carry the gingerbread, because every year my wife and our friends Danny and Paul would have a gingerbread house making competition on the holidays. That's what we did. We all hung out. We didn't have family around, so we get together. We put a timer on. We time lapse it. We gave ourselves 20 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was the competition, and then we would post it online, and we'd let our friends vote, and whoever got the most votes wins at the end of the day.
And the Food Network hasn't picked this up?
I know, right? I know. Missed opportunity. But I would carry that, because then I could have the memories and those fun thoughts about those competitions, and then maybe even think about what I would do this year at the next competition. And that could distract me in between aid stations. And then the pumpkin pie, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to pitch. I could go with or without it. If it comes down to, like, because we have Thanksgiving here in October, which is to say the real Thanksgiving.
Take that, America.
Yeah, that's right. And if it comes down to it and there's pumpkin pie or like another plate of turkey dinner, like, I'm taking the next plate of turkey dinner 8 days a week. Like, I don't give a shit about that. Yeah, totally.
Every time.
And then I'm going to go sit there with like my grandpa on the couch and unbutton our pants and sit in front of the fire and pass out. Like, that's what's going to happen.
All right. So 2 questions for you. You said you love desserts, holiday desserts, but gingerbread men house, and or pumpkin pie are meh. So what is at the top of the food chain for Adam Lee when it comes to holiday desserts?
If I guess it's a little bit cheating, but like Easter chocolate, like good chocolate. Oh yeah,
it's a holiday. It counts,
right? Exactly. Yeah, I think someone came back from the dead or some shit, so I get good chocolate. Like, I don't know how it works exactly, but I'm pretty sure I get a day off and I get really good chocolate, so it works for me.
And here's my other question. So, like, the tradition here in the States is on Thanksgiving Day, you eat until you basically take naps all day, but football is on in the background. So is the CFL playing in October for Canadian Thanksgiving?
I think I'll answer this the way I'll answer any question about the CFL, and it's just like, who gives a shit?
Canadians all across the country are dialing up past recordings of U.S. football for Canadian Thanksgiving.
No, there are plenty of CFL fans up here, especially in this area. So honestly, I worked at a sports network as my first like real job in TV, And I just loved ripping on the CFL for nothing more than it upset football fans in Canada. Like, I don't actually like football either way. So I just used to like rip on them like, oh, it's not as good as the NFL. Like, then they get on me. I'm like, I don't care.
Right.
I'm just being a jerk. I'm so sorry.
There's nothing more fun than being an asshole about something you don't give a shit about.
It's just carte blanche, right? Like, oh yeah, how many rouges were in that game? You know, did you bet the over or the under? Like,
I thought the ball was round. I thought this was football. What are we doing here?
yeah, our balls are bigger. I remember that was a slogan at some point too. Yeah.
So my knowledge of the CFL is the Edmonton Eskimos, the Toronto Argonauts, the Montreal Alouettes, and the Calgary Stampeders. And I don't know anything else about it. Like, I don't know where they, outside of those locations and those teams. There's a Grey Cup. I believe that's the championship.
That is, and we've gotten with the times a little bit. So Edmonton is now, I believe, the Edmonton football team. I
Okay.
actually, you know what? I'm probably wrong on that. They probably gave them a new nickname. I don't know, but I know it's no longer the Eskimos.
It's got to be in line with the Oilers, right? It has to be. Like,
I don't know. I'm already over my depth. I can't, I've ripped on the CFL. I don't know the team names. Like, if anyone's actually listening in Canada, they hate me, so I should just shut up.
They're ready to tar and feather you out there. So I will answer the question as well.
You got to turn it around.
I agree with you on everything, but my rationale is this: I can't stand pumpkin pie. Like, that's just never going to be a thing that I eat. So the minute it was handed over, I would just either hand it back to the volunteer or throw it in the garbage or whatever. The turkey sandwich I would have to smash. I've gone plant-based, but the leftover turkey sandwich is still the best, especially if you take the stuffing and you pan fry it so it gets a crust on it. Then you add the turkey, then you add the cranberry, and then you just have this amazing sandwich that's just spilling everywhere all over your face.
Yeah.
And because I listened to Mary's question in my head all week long, the gingerbread house, I would crumble down into pieces so I could put it in my vest and carry it that way, and then just pull it out as a little bit of snacks as I needed them to get to the next aid station versus trying to carry it like the baked beans. Oh my God.
Okay, so now it's my turn for questions because you've been plant-based for a while. So what do you look forward to at the holidays now?
Stuffing has always been my favorite thing. And so using Beyond Meat sausage with croutons and celery and spices and everything else, that has always been my favorite and will always be my favorite. When we lived in Phoenix, there was a restaurant called Green, and you could place an order for pickup, and they would do a total vegan Thanksgiving dinner. It was amazing. So they actually had like a plant-based turkey substitute. They had cranberry sauce. They had like a mushroom gravy. They had stuffing, and then the best thing ever that was a pecan pie. That, like, to your point, thankfully it wasn't a full like spread for like 16 people. It was just for Lori and I, so we had enough to in our stomachs to eat the pecan pie because it was so damn good.
Yeah, pecan pie is pretty, like, it's just a sugar bomb, but holy shit, it's good.
Yeah. So good. It is so damn good. Like, of all the pies, like, I'm a huge key lime pie fan, but that's like on a totally opposite spectrum from pecan pie because of the tartness and everything else. But those
strawberry
are my
rhubarb is my jam.
Yeah. Again, so it has a tartness to it. It's fantastic. Right? Yep. Can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong.
And you get like the memories, like my grandmother would like dip fucking rhubarb in sugar and eat that. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, all right, a vessel to eat sugar as a kid sounds good to me. I like rhubarb, I guess. Like,
dentists all across the area are like, keep doing that.
Yeah, exactly. This is my same grandmother. It's my grandma on my mom's side. She would eat strawberry jam, like her own homemade stuff, like preserve or whatever. But she just eat it straight from the jar with a spoon.
That's awesome. Yeah. Hey, dude. So before I let you go, big announcement for you coming up on Monday. You and Chantel have a new show coming out. Let the people know what it is and what it's about.
Thanks, Jason. Yeah, Chantal Erickson and I are super excited to be co-hosting a show once a month called The Long Run. We're going to do 6 episodes together and see how it goes Monday. And we're already having a great time. But Monday is our first episode that we actually get to release with a great guest from Alberta as well. His name's Terrence Crosschild. An absolutely incredible story. And the difference with this show versus my normal show is it's a little bit longer. We're going to be about 45 to 50 minutes. So we get to deep dive with our folks a little bit more. And Terrence is like an incredible runner, but his life has ebbed and flowed and had some pretty deep, dark parts and some pretty amazing parts. And he kind of goes through it with us all. And that's sort of the point of the show and to be sharing those kind of stories. And we're super grateful that Terrence came on and shared with us. And I'm super grateful to be working with Chantal because she's just a rock star in this community. So I'm thrilled to be doing it with her and featuring guests like that. And I hope people will check it out Monday and see it for themselves.
That's fantastic. And you'll release it through the Community Trail Running Substack as well as wherever people get their podcasts.
Exactly right. Yep. It's going to show up just like another episode of CTR.
Fantastic. So honestly, people go check it out. I don't listen to many podcasts, but Adam's Community Trail Running is definitely one that I listen to. And this will be even an additional bonus for me because I also had the opportunity to interview Chantal and have her on our fireside chat. And she is super fantastic. So I'm excited to dive into this one on Monday, which means I have to finish episodes 114 and 115 from the previous last 2 weeks. So I've got a bike ride this week, so I'll be able to tune in while I'm riding. All right, dude. Thank you so much for your time again. And again, folks, Food Fight Friday at the aid station. Let us know in the comments which of these 3 you would eat, toss, or carry. The choices were pumpkin pie, gingerbread house, or leftover turkey sandwich. We'll see you in a couple of weeks on the next Food Fight Friday.